very few clinical treatments are 100% effective. For most treatments, there are going to be some people who get the intended benefit and some people who don't. The number needed to treat is a tool used to evaluate whether or not a given treatment is clinically worthwhile. It's the number of people who need to be given a treatment for one person to benefit from it. Here's an example. Imagine that there's a 50% risk that your arms will fall off. A new medicine called Arm Keeper is developed, which reduces the risk of this occurring to 25%. Now, imagine there's a 1% risk that your legs will fall off. A new medicine called Leg Holder is developed, which reduces the risk of this occurring to 0.5%. Although both treatments reduce the risk of losing a limb by half, and this is called their relative risk reduction, they aren't equally effective. Reducing a 50% risk to 25% is much more effective than reducing a 1% risk to 0.5%. Absolute risk reduction is a more accurate measure of the effectiveness of a treatment. It's calculated as the old risk minus the new risk. So, for Arm Keeper, the absolute risk reduction is 50% minus 25%, which equals 25%. And for Leg Holder, it's 1% minus 0.5%, which equals 0.5%. This tells us the reduction of risk Arm Keeper and Leg Holder can provide in absolute terms, not just the reduction of risk relative to the existing risk. So, back to the number needed to treat. Remember, it's the number of people who would need to be given a treatment for one person to receive a benefit from it, and it's calculated as 100 divided by the absolute risk reduction. For Arm Keeper, the number needed to treat is 100 divided by 25. This means that 4 people will need to be treated for one person to receive the benefit. For Leg Holder, the number needed to treat is 100 divided by 0.5, so 200 people will need to be treated for one person to receive the benefit. The higher this number is, the less effective the treatment. Once you've established the number needed to treat, you can then weigh it up against the costs and any side effects to determine if the treatment is clinically worthwhile.